Hi there, I'm Coach Kenneth, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about dating multiple people helps manage attachment issues. So, in this video I'm going to be talking about the benefits of dating multiple people. Now, for some of you guys, it will just help you calm down, relax, and manage your anxiety better, especially in the early stages of dating, something that I call courtship anxiety. Now, for those of you that have attachment issues, such as an attachment trauma, it can help you stay more calm and relaxed, because it can be really difficult for people that have, an anxious or avoidant attachment style to date, because, you may have a lot of unresolved issues from your attachment to your parents growing up, or your caregivers. So, when we start talking or dating somebody new, we have a tendency to project our fantasies and our unmet needs onto this new person. And it can be really unhealthy for us, because you get hooked into the delusion that you've created and projected in your own mind. And this puts a lot of pressure on stress on the situation and on this new person who you really don't even know. And I want you to take a moment to think about a time where you started dating somebody new. Maybe it's the most recent person. And when you think about this person, you start to imagine all these great and wonderful things. And a lot of that is based on the things that we've been needing, that we're hoping that they're going to give to us. And what happens is maybe you've gone on a date and you haven't heard from them for a couple of days. What happens is that during that time where you haven't heard from them, you get into your mind and you're just kind of thinking, oh, maybe they're not interested, maybe they found somebody else, maybe they don't like me. And it causes you to have anxiety, because now you've got all of these, fantasies and ideas that are going to come from this new person, and you start to get anxiety that, oh, they're going to move on, they're going to find somebody else. And now the object that you're projecting onto all these great, amazing things is suddenly gone, and you start to really worry, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose this person, and so this person that you really don't know that much about and you've projected all this great stuff onto is suddenly leaving you. So you're doing all of this in your mind, and it's not healthy for you. Now, anxiety is the root of desire. And so the longer you haven't heard from this person, maybe it's 2 or 3 days, or maybe they're busy, whatever. So during that time, you're going to be anxious about them, and you're going to desire them more. Now, in some ways, this is a good thing, because what happens in our brain is that when we have a delayed gratification to hearing from that person and seeing them, we have a bigger payoff. In a sense, like the chemicals that are released into our brain are more powerful. And so you have a stronger desire, a stronger payoff of, wow, really wanting to connect with this person. And it feels good. Quite frankly, it feels good when you start to like somebody. And, that can be a problem for some people, because if you have an attachment trauma, or you have insecure attachment styles, oftentimes, that obsessing over this new person is going to make you kind of go a little crazy, right? You're just going to feel like all these intrusive thoughts that you can't stop thinking about this new person. And I got an email here from Steve, and that's what he's going through. And he writes, hello, Craig. Hello back. Fantastic channel. Love your videos. Incredibly insightful. Thank you. I have really started to learn some things about myself thanks to your videos. I realized that I have a very insecure attachment style. I never realized how anxious I was until my girlfriend and I broke up several months ago. I couldn't stop thinking about her. I was really obsessed. Day and night, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, I lost weight, my chest hurt. It was awful. A lot of you guys have been there, I know I have. I've become aware that my mother has a very anxious attachment style, and her parents were abusive. Okay, so you got some stuff going on here. I am now seeing it has had a major effect on me in my relationships. I'm often attracted to women who I know are not good for me. I don't want to get back with my ex, but dating new women for me has been tough. I start to like a girl even before I really know her. That's what I'm talking about, is he's already projecting onto this new person. He says, I can't even help it. I tell myself, I don't know her, I have to spend time with her, but my brain starts thinking about us getting married and having kids, sometimes before even the second or third date. Yeah. That is why I suggest to you guys to consider dating multiple people. Now, to what extent you feel doing that is up to you. I'm not saying be promiscuous and sleep with a lot of people if that's not what you want to do. You're an adult, you make your own decisions. I'm just saying, if you keep your options open, especially in the very early stages of dating where you don't really know somebody, it's going to help you for a number of reasons. Why? Well, let me get into that. Here are some ways that it can help you. Well, if you're dating multiple people, you're not going to expect that that one person is going to meet all of your needs, especially all those unmet needs that you've been dying to get met for years. So it will keep you from fantasizing and projecting so intensely on that one person, right? Because it's not going to feel like, oh my God, this person has to meet all my needs now, right? It also helps you from getting attached so quickly to somebody new, because, you're supposed to take your time to get to know somebody before you jump into a relationship. That's the healthy thing to do. If you don't, you're at risk and in danger of jumping into a relationship with the wrong person. You're going to be more likely to do it if you're just trying to get all these unmet needs met and you've fantasized and projected onto this person, and they don't even know you're doing it. By dating multiple people, it helps you find the right person. And it's because, let's say you date 2 or 3 girls, you're talking to 2 or 3 girls, and maybe you have an interest in a couple more. You're not going to be so much, worried that she doesn't get back to you, right? Because that's a really, really tough thing, is waiting for that one person to get back to you. Maybe you text them and you don't hear from them 6 hours later. That 6 hours can be really painful to somebody that has an anxious attachment style. They're going to be stressed out the whole time that they're going to be abandoned. So you want to have an abundance mentality. There are plenty of eligible single people out there looking for the right person. That's reality. That needs to be your mindset. There's plenty of amazing guys out there or amazing women out there that are looking for the right person. Don't feel like there isn't, because if you have that mindset, you're going to be desperate to take anything that comes along. So let me go on with the email. He has a little bit more. He says, after a date, I have a really hard time not over pursuing. After reflecting on my relationships, it seems that the only women that are attracted to me are the ones that have more anxiety than I do. That makes sense. That makes sense because anxiety is the root of desire. So, he's anxious about these girls. Now, if he was chasing after a girl with a avoidant attachment style, she would be turned off right away. But because the girls that he's dating are more anxious than he is, he can get away with over pursuing. But if you guys are looking for somebody that has a secure attachment style and a healthy attachment style, they're just going to get turned off by over pursuing, contacting them too much, texting them and pursuing them when you're anxious and not when you're wanting to spend time together. If you think that texting a girl is going to make her like you more, it's just not the way women operate. You want to be with them in person, spending time with them in person. That's what causes attraction, getting to spend time with you. So, if you're dating multiple people, you won't put all these hopes and dreams and unmet needs on this new person. It's healthier to date several people, and you can pick the right person more objectively than from a place of desperation. Think about this. If you're starving, you're going to eat whatever somebody gives you. But if you just ate, you're going to be more selective with your next meal. Something to think about. This is just a reminder to you guys that during the courtship, as the guy, if you're the guy watching this video, your job is to reach out to the woman, extend an invitation to her. You wait for her to reply. In the meantime, you might want to text somebody else and set up a date with somebody else to go out at time. Why? Because then you're not going to be sitting by the phone waiting for that first person to get back to you. You're kind of like, yeah, we had a great time last night and I'm going to call up this girl and set up a date with her, go out, have a great time. Have fun, enjoy your life. Do things because, or date people because you have fun with them and because they're going to be a good fit for you. And by dating multiple people, you're going to make sure that it's the right fit and not just jump into something out of desperation. Can't stress that to you guys enough. Like this guy in the email, he's thinking about these girls, and when one girl doesn't respond, he sits there and thinks about it and it consumes him. But if he was talking to somebody else, he wouldn't be so stressed about it. Now, let's say girl number one doesn't text you back. Either move on or wait another week and try and set up another date then. But you won't be texting her 3 or 4 times in a row because she hasn't replied. You don't want to double and triple text, okay? Girl's going to get back to you if she likes you. That's the bottom line. If you like somebody, you're going to get back with them. Okay, so one other thing to consider is that when people have an anxious attachment style or they've gone so long with these unmet needs, they kind of do things out of order. They may try and control the outcome in a number of ways. And I'm getting a little bit off the rails here. I wasn't really going to talk about this in this video, but it kind of came to me, so I'll just talk about it. Like a structured person, maybe you've gone out with a girl who's like, I don't like to kiss on the first date. Why are they having that rule if they are genuinely attracted to you and they feel a connection? Wouldn't it be natural to kiss you? Some people have structure, and I think it's because their anxiety causes them to not allow things to flow freely, which is what you want. You want it to kind of flow naturally, and setting things up with girls and dates naturally. It's when we panic and do things out of anxiety that we mess things up, and we try and control them. We try and control when we say I love you. We try and control all kinds of aspects and different things, like maybe a girl is like they want the commitment before the connection. Sometimes people want the commitment before you've actually really connected with them, and it turns the other person off. You want to flow, and that's really a good way to look at it, is the attraction should go naturally, like the flow of a river. And when you're having these unmet needs, it sends you into like a panic, and you're like clutched onto the side of the river, onto the trees that are, and the branches that are over the side of the river, and you're hanging for dear life because you're trying to control things. You're not going with the flow of how it should naturally go. And so what I'm telling you guys that have anxiety and attachment traumas, it's going to be more difficult for you to manage your anxiety because in a lot of ways you haven't really learned how to do it. This is just an idea on how to help you manage that anxiety a little bit better. It's not going to heal you, in a sense, but if you're aware of yourself and say, you know what, when I am dating somebody new, I have a lot of courtship anxiety, I have a lot of anxiety that they're not going to be interested, that they're going to lose interest in me right away, and if you're aware of that, and you know you're going to over pursue, you're going to call too much, text too much, you're going to text them when you're anxious that they're talking to somebody else or doing something else, something with somebody else, then dating multiple people is really going to help calm that and put you into the right state of mind and put you into an abundance mentality where you're choosing the right person for the right reasons. That's what I'm really trying to get you to do here. So, if you like this video, put a like on there, leave your comments. I'd love to see what you guys have to say. And when you want to get my help personally, go to my website, askcraig.net, and sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I am Craig Kenneth, and I will talk with you soon.